Today we're going to be creating a self-portrait with lots of line and lots of color. The first thing you want to do is make sure that your paper is vertical, and you're going to give your paper a high five right in the middle. You're going to take your pencil and go around your hand, and this is to make sure that your head is big enough for your self-portrait. After you created your head, you can look and see if you have to make any adjustments. Don't be afraid to erase and redraw. Now we're going to create 2 lines for the neck, one on each side, and then 2 diagonal lines going to either side of the paper, and these are our shoulders. Now I'm going to start with the letter C and a backwards letter C for the ears. Now I'm going to create the eyes, and I want to make sure that they line up with the ears. So 2 rainbow lines, 1, 2, and 2 letter U's, 1, 2. To finish the eyes, I'm going to create 2 curved lines underneath to complete the eye, a little bit of an eyelid, a stretched out rainbow line, 2 pupils, so 2 circles, and I'm going to leave a little bit of my circle white. I'm going to color most of it, so all you have is a little bit of a white glimmer in your eye. Then you can add eyelashes. These protect your eyes from dirt on the upper and bottom lash line. Now you can create 2 eyebrows with a little bit of texture. You can draw smaller lines to show the hairy texture of an eyebrow. And I also want you to think about the expression that you want to portray in your self-portrait. If you're surprised, your eyebrows may go up. If you're angry, they may go down. You want to make sure that your eyebrows match your mouth's expression too. So I'm happy. I'm going to create a big curve, 2 little lines on either side, and a big letter U underneath to complete my mouth. Now you can create teeth, and don't be afraid to leave a little bit black where your teeth are missing. Now you can add your tongue, and we're going to head up to the top of your head to create your hair. I like to start with a small vertical line, and I'm going to overlap, which means my line's going to go over the headline that I previously drew in the beginning. So it's going to go over the headline to show that it's overlapping on my forehead. Then I'm going to take my eraser and erase the line that I originally made, my headline. Now if you have shorter hair, you can just spike your hair up or bring it down over your forehead. But for people who have longer hair, you want to overlap it just a little bit. Now we're going to work on the shirt line. I do a large letter U. And now I'm going to start adding some details that make me unique. I'm going to create 2 small baby C's inside the ears for the ear canal. I'm going to add my glasses, freckles. You may want to look in the mirror or ask someone at home what details you have that you can add to your self-portrait. Because remember, a self-portrait is a picture that you make of yourself. You can add a simple pattern or a logo, stripes, polka dots, different lines on your shirt to create a design. Or you can just color it all one color when we're ready for that step. For the background, I'm going to create basic lines inspired by the book in the background. So I'm going to create a loop-de-loop one. Make sure that when you create your lines, they don't go through your self-portrait, but they touch your head, stop, start at your head, and then go to the edge of your paper. You could do stripe, polka dots, wiggly lines, zigzags. Think of a variety of different lines to fill up your background. Now you're going to grab your black marker and you're going to outline everything on you. Or you could do this with a black crayon or black oil pastel. But I like the look of marker, just outlining me, not my background. Now I'm going to grab some oil pastels and I'm going to color in between the lines of the pattern that I made on my shirt. You can either color your shirt solid if that's what you chose to do, or you can do different colors like I'm doing on mine. for these other details, you can color your tongue in. I'm using a little bit of white and some red. And for my skin tone, I'm going to use yellow, a little bit of red, and some white. Now I would say use yellow and red as a good base. Then you can either add more brown or less brown depending on your skin tone, more white or less white depending on your skin tone. And the white oil pastel works kind of like mixing all the colors together. So on mine, you can see I'm starting with the yellow base. Now I'm going in with my orange. And when I take my white, it will kind of blend everything together. You can also add a little bit of brown to the yellow and red mix if you have a more olivey skin tone. Now I'm going to go in with brown and other colors that make me unique. Some of you may have lighter hair, darker hair. This is where you want to look through your oil pastels and choose colors that are found on you. We're going to finish our hair, and then we'll use the black oil pastel to outline all of the lines in the background that we did so carefully with pencil. Once I'm done outlining with black oil pastel, I'm going to take my watercolor, dip my brush in fresh water, swirl it in the paint, and use a different color for each line. So I'm starting with my red, and I'm actually going to do rainbow order. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. And I'm going to bring that color all the way down over my line, but not going past my first line, because below it's going to be a different color. And you're going to do this all the way down, different colors.